pitch is live. We got voices too, yeah? Pitch is live. Oh yeah.
Noi.
Hea koe. Te tūwhera.
Koe no e mitau tana kia kōtau nei wā mātau manihiri. Ia mai mana watu papai oi. Koe no e mihia tana kia kōtau e nā rangatira. E mihia tana kia kōtau e whakai kua rau ka mai konei, mai kōtau mai ahi tareia i te whenua moemoea. No reira. Kia ora.
What's going on? What's going on with your head, Dad?
I got my pōtai over here. Thank you there, Simon, from the Hills Hat. Kia ora.
Hills Hat.
So what we got on today there, Toi?
Well, you've got your hat on. Napoleon hat. Now, I was just going to look up... Are you there, bro? Wairere? Is Wairere live? Or is he on another call? Hello.
Yeah. I always
sorry. That's
I know he's there.
People phone calling me right at the point that they're going, "We can't hear you," and I'm like,
Typical.
"I know, it's because my mic's off."
Typical. Dad's asking what's on. So we got Vox Dawn in the studio today.
Oh, yes, you guys are lucky. You got live music down
We got
there.
live music. Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Kari fellas. So they're going to play us some tunes later on from the album Daughters of the Dawn, which is a reference to the Dawn raids. And
That was released yesterday, eh?
released yesterday? Was it released yesterday? Yeah, released yesterday. Kapai. Could we hear that? Is Vox going to...
Oh, okay, hang on.
stream?
Maybe she's... Where's she going? Oh, we should be able to hear it.
Yeah.
Has she got your microphone?
No, she's got her microphone, but I can hear her in my cans. I don't know if the stream can hear her, though.
Oh, yeah, no, they'll be able to hear it.
Oh, yeah, cool. Hey, Dawn.
Hey, how's it going, Simon?
They're going good. And introduce you got your crew. And David. Kia ora kōrua, kia ora koutou. Yeah, so did I get that right, Dawn? So the Daughters of the Dawn aren't your daughters, Daughters of the Dawn raid.
Daughters of the Dawn, basically. Daughters of the Dawn.
Yeah.
And it's a collaborative project, 10-track album that was released yesterday in Nanahi, featuring obviously myself, Marina, Lakoko, Kalala, and did I say everybody? Yeah.
Don't leave anybody out, Dawn. You'll hear about it.
I know. Yeah, and so I'm here we're here to represent them and to let you all know to go out there and stream our album and accompanied with these amazing brothers here with me. So yeah, excited to share with you.
And so you're the only one currently out of Auckland?
Yeah. The rest of the team in Auckland and Tamaki at the moment, so
Yeah. Oh, no, true. Oh, well, should we start with a song then?
yeah,
my bro?
totally.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, Dad's in. We're in. It's,
Cool.
let's
So this
have a
first
waiter.
waiata is one of my tracks that's featured on the album. It's called Fearlanga.
Sister May, may I speak with you for a while as a recap on that time of July?
Cool. So that waiata is called Fearlanga, and that is about the covenant relationship between brother and sister within the Panthers. They often had that bond of brother and sister relationship, and that was really important. And that's basically what we learnt from that mentorship, and that was dedicated to that. So yeah, should we kick into our next waiata?
Hang on, I'm just trying to bring us back up here and say that was really fucking cool. That was beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, no, hit us with another one.
Yeah, this song is called Paper, which is also on the album. Go out there and stream it, guys. Daughters of the Dawn. It's Paper. Yeah.
Beautiful sight, all the pretty things we would hope to find in this new land and broken life, learning ways to save for our children's fight. Oh, legislation, constitutions, oh, one-sided monoculture, who a province for evoke the speech of one too many grave claws like a scent. The stench reeks foster crime too many times recall. This legislation monoculture, who there is one-sided constitutions, who there is. I want you to know, I need you to see, need you to be. I need you to live, I need you to grow, need you to hold.
So that was Paper, and that's basically talking about, I guess, the legislations of this land and the interesting relationship we have with our government, and that's basically what that waiata is about.
That's on the album, isn't it? I saw that was on the track list.
Yep.
Cool. And paper, you're not talking about like, you know, making paper, the money paper, you're like...
No, I'm talking about the rules, I guess the governance of the Crown, and I guess I love the relationship, particularly that came about through the Kōrero and Panthers with Ngā Tamatoa, and that space coming here with our whānau that migrated here and seeing what's going on here already with our tangata whenua, and that basically came about that, and you need to then, let's tautoko our tangata whenua that's already here, because obviously there's issues here going on here, you know, so, and there's that, that kind of bond that they also had back then, which I really, really gravitated to, being, I guess, Māori myself and Pacific Islander myself.
That bridge. And did Dawn, did this come out of, because it was the Polynesian Panthers' 50th anniversary this year?
Well,
And
we performed there, but it was actually we met up 2019, so that's dating back 2 years now. Doesn't feel like that long ago, but that's how long ago it was. And four of us girls came under the mentorship of Matua Tingi Laones, Alani Anai, Alec Tuliafua, and also Chris McBride, who's an amazing artist himself, and archive king. He has a lot of archiving alongside John Miller. It was based on that relationship and learning directly from them, which was facilitated by Oceans Before Me, which is a charitable trust, and they're about elevating Indigenous narratives, being able to support narratives that are written by Indigenous people, our own people, and so that's how this album came about, this project came about.
no, that's super cool. And because also this year we had the release of the Polynesian Panthers television series.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is dope too. I was watching it the other day.
Yeah.
Don't say dope.
Dope.
I'm so bloody 80s, 90s, or whatever. No, it was really cool. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the music in it. I really enjoyed the... I myself could be a little bit kind of skeptical of local production sometimes, but I actually really enjoyed the way that they approached it, the style, the music, their opening scene where they went into the party and Troy Kingi was playing in there.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was great.
Those artists in there, so amazing.
And what I
behind the scenes too, the crew that pulled that together, Tom Hearn, there's a number of different producers that pulled that together.
because he did Dark Horse, didn't he, old Tom Hearn? Yes. He produced that. Yeah. You know, he's doing a great job. What I really liked about it too, Dawn, is that because this is the conversations we had with Ngā Tamatoa, with the crew as well, that there was actually a lot of gangsters involved in the movement back in the day. It was like, you know, they get kicked out of marae because they were naughty fellas at the same time as, you know, going in and fighting the fight.
Dad would know, yeah.
Hey, was that true, Napoleon?
Yeah. Attitude, attitude. You got to have that kind of attitude and not so the behaviour. So one thing about this taking ownership of having a voice, when the system continue to undermine your voice, so you kind of got a little bit loud, and we're allowed to, but it's all good, so. It wasn't really an easy pathway when you, when everything geared up how to be homogenized by the state and by British and imperialism, because all geared up there how not to be who you are. And one reason I'm writing, painting stuff like I would not speak Māori, because it was the system itself was geared up there, how to dress like them, have their bowler hats, wear the bow tie, all of that, and So and it's really good now. We're able to tell our story and through music, and and people are prolifically putting together some writing stories, and because the people here in this country need to know about that. Yeah. So, and I think it's just a really timing too. It's a really good timing, and really great to have this, your music. The music is a good platform that we can share some of those experiences. Yeah.
Yeah, it was basically another form of writing books, trying to come up with more resources to enable the next generation, but thinking of something that's sustainable, that can last a long time. And I think waiata is easy. I'm still learning more tete that's from way back in the days, and to be able to carry that on is the best thing we can for our tamariki. So and I think it's a natural thing for us to write waiata, to tito waiata, and to dance, kani.
Yeah, I think so, and it's great. And I'm a lot calmer now than I used to be. You know,
Really?
So, but don't be fooled by that.
You look pretty calm there in your Napoleon hat there, Dad. I actually look, because I made a joke before, a bit of a crack about a Napoleon complex. I was like, did I get that right? You know, and so I looked it up, the definition from Merriam-Webster, and it is a domineering or aggressive attitude perceived as a form of overcompensation for being physically small or short.
Hey, it sounds perfect.
that sounds bang on. You know, you found your hat.
Yeah. Well,
Dad,
when the last time I did a tour with Living Panafassia, my production, and we did a tour all from Strasbourg all the way down to Toulouse to Barcelona. And I asked around, but I did ask the question, they said, oh, can anybody here tell me about this Napoleon? Because I read about Napoleon, you know. Where are they? So apparently, you know, sort of kind of north of, just sort of not far away from Paris, that whakapapa was still around. And they still got that attitude. You know, real whakahihi. You know, they're actually quite racist. Yeah, you know, and... Yeah. So I like wearing these colonial hats, and I like taking a patch off their back. I hate you right wearing it.
Hey, kia ora koutou out there in Twitch and Facebook world. Thank you for joining us and all of your comments and giving your love to Dawn, Vox, and everyone.
Vox.
They've been.
Yeah.
Oh, Dawn, Vox,
Yeah,
Dawn.
yeah.
Vox Dawn. I don't have my
I do
sister.
the same
oh my
thing.
gosh.
Oh my
Same
goodness.
Okay.
Shame.
Oh, yes.
And what
Well,
it is
this
not talking, well, he is now, but he's not talking a lot, as much as usual anyway, because the crew here can't really hear him. I can hear you though.
Okay, well, on that note, I'm going to say a whole bunch of stuff. So, kia ora koutou. Just a shout out, I can see Nina K. I can see you there. Kia ora, sis. And your sister, Moors. Kia ora, Moors. This week, I had the privilege of participating in the Hui Ora Virtual Summit. Well, not participating, but rather, you know, being part of the crew that helped put that on. And there was a whole bunch of amazing speakers on that. And so Tuihana, Dottie, and Nina K, who helped put that together, and was a really amazing day. So if anyone in the comments was attended that, give a shout out. But Moors was on there. She was one of the speakers. Kia ora te hori. Aaron, I see you over there on Facebook. We've got Tangaroa in Twitch land, and I'm not sure. I think we've got a couple of others just lurking around in there. So yeah, kia ora to everyone there. I'm just kind of frantically pushing buttons and making dials work because with the extra musicians in the house, I'm just trying to get the levels right. So aroha mai if things are been a bit weird on the sound side. So yes, we've been just trying to suss that out as we go. And Dad, just the whole look is just working, I reckon. It's good.
Yeah. So we're on our third round of our artist auction, eh?
I see. He's straight into the sales, eh? You're like, bang, auction.
Everyone thinks it's
got
us.
the auction
Everyone
going.
thinks we're the ones that turned it into an infomercial, and he's the one.
Yes.
Yes, Dad,
yeah.
we are into the third
auction.
Of the series. I'm not sure if we'll have a fourth, actually, because it's been going quite well. There was a couple of paintings. The bigger ones didn't sell in the last auction. That's okay. We're going to hold those. And we've opened up the third auction this week, and we'll close on Thursday. If you're interested, get your silent bids in, and we're going to. This is your chance before Christmas. So.
Yeah. Those there's two already out of this third auction that are already met the estimated reserves, so they will be out the door. So yeah, get in. This is it. Hey, Paula, kia ora e hoa, Paula Coffin. You remember Paula Coffin, eh?
Yeah, of course.
Mitcham?
Oh yeah, from school.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kia ora e hoa.
His brother Peter was a year above me, I think.
Yeah. No, kia ora Paura. Kia ora Hori down in Otaki, because these fellas are driven up from Otaki. You fellas know, you must know Hori, eh? Hori and the crew, there's actually heaps over in Otaki. There's Libby and Tainui as well, running Māori Land. And actually you guys got quite a community down there in Otaki, eh? Going on. Oh, these fellas, you're not there, you fellas are there.
Yeah, I've been there for a few years.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we hear
I know if he speaks into the mic, or you want to give him that other mic that you've got.
I'll give you this other mic. Hang on. We're hands on here.
That's right, Aaron. Ngāti rau kawa.
Can you hear this?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah.
So that's how I know we'll keep it with you, David.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask you about your sax playing, because it's my bro used to play sax as well. You how long have you been playing sax for, my bro?
Oh, a long time, but not all the time. You know,
And so are you a ring-in for?
yeah, I guess
for Vox?
so. Yeah.
Cool.
Pretty much.
And come up from Otaki.
That's right.
Kia ora, choice to have you here, David.
Kia ora. It's great to
Beauty.
be here. It's good seeing you, Bill. Having
True.
you. Yeah.
How we jam it here in Whakatane.
Brilliant. Yeah, first time to Whakatane as well.
What?
Yeah. I lived
Get outta here.
overseas for many years, and so I'm just stoked to be here. It's awesome.
Yeah, you picked a good day.
Oh,
Yeah, you'd have to go jump in the ocean
I've been thinking
before you
about
head
that.
out.
Yeah, the whole drive here.
You guys staying here the night, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Oh yeah, no.
Definitely.
It's been Sunday at the beach. It's supposed to be good tomorrow. And I'll pass the mic down to Ants. We'll have a quick corridor with Ants.
Kia ora, Bob. Kia
Cheer,
ora,
my bro.
whānau.
Cheer, my bro.
Cheer.
Holding it down on the get there, brother.
Nā mihi.
And are you an Otaki native, my bro?
Vox and I were actually studying at Te Wānanga Raukawa, Hiki Pau Tuarongo Reo.
Oh, yes.
Full immersion Reo program. Learning it. Ako our language. And,
That's what we've got to do.
Yeah, and that's where I know Hori from. He was on one of my classes back in 2019.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's doing good things in Otaki, hustling.
Yeah.
It's always a hustle out there in the art world, you fellas, eh?
He's racking up the white folk,
The
isn't he?
language is there. Everybody speaks it, even the non-Māori, everyone's trying and giving it a go, giving our language, te reo Māori a go.
That's right, and Wairere was just saying that Hori's been racking up the Pākehās down
Neighbours.
there with the neighbours with his rapihi, his rapihi stickers.
Yeah, but tika te kōrero. Rōrero, my bro.
Oh, nā mihi, bro. Mahi rangatira te apo te reo. Ka pai.
We'll have to get Horty back on again. I know the last time we had him, we were just trying out our whole dial-in, getting people on. It was a bit
that was
trickier
a
back
hash.
then, but I feel like we got it down now.
Yeah, that was really bad.
What's hey, so Dad, this is a new piece you're working on.
Yeah, I'm doing this for. I'm working on this one. I'm still scaling it for the fundraise for the Whakaari. What they're fundraising for?
Yeah, it's the Whakaari Memorial, which they have every year. So they're having an auction down at the Ohope Golf Club mid-December to raise funds for. They do it every year. I think they give the money to different charities, but around the memorial of Whakaari, and like to the Burns unit and things like that. And so they approached us for see if Dad would contribute a piece of art to the auction, and so this is his work for that. Yeah.
Beautiful. Looks amazing.
Yeah. Giving it's great, these sorts of initiatives that the community put on. It's not driven by government policy or by anything other than community getting together and organising themselves and doing things to tautoko, really good kaupapa. So we're like, oh yeah, of course, we'll jump on board, no problem. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, no, I think I did say Fox. I think I said Dawn Fox there, Aaron. Vox Dawn, sorry.
I don't mind Vox. Fox.
Fox, you don't mind Fox?
What's it?
Fox,
Jimi Hendrix. Fuck's a lady.
Lady. Cool. Oh well, you fellas want to give us another? You got another jam there?
This next one is also original. I haven't released this waiata yet, so, but it's free to you all today. This is called Fasslab.
Kia ora.
Thoughts of you refined from thinking I was lonely. In the back of my mind, I know you had forgave me. Deep is the placement of this unseen harmony. The melody of two complete bodies fitting so closely. Strangely, there's a form of this quality when we react to each other honestly, so tastefully. The eye of the brightest sword enables the company. Greater is the love that dawned on us fiercely. Come and soar with me, baby. Ascend to the highest hill. Make a plan for our future. Invest our wealth how we feel it's right to do. From what we've learned through the years, you and me. Counting blessings from within, gratefully living dreams. But then we get settled like a frozen cow, going round and round and round and round and round. Yeah, sometimes we are pestered with the experience that marks our frame to be raised. Hey, you said this, I said that. Take us back to where we started from, the beginning of this perfect match. Yeah. If I am yours and you are mine, let's be in favor of His Majesty and love within this origin. Oh. You can be faithful, I can be kind. We can live boldly in peace of mind, baby. Let's go towards a higher ground beyond what we can see. Counting blessings from within, gratefully living dreams. But then we get settled like a frozen cow, going round and round and round and round and round. Yeah. Sometimes we are pestered with the experience that marks our frame to be raised. Hey, you said this, I said that. Take us back to where we started from, the beginning of this perfect match. Yeah. If I am yours and you are mine, let's be in favor of His Majesty and love within this origin. Oh, hey. Baby, baby, I am yours and you are mine. Oh, yeah. We go like this, we go like this, we go, yeah, 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 yeah. Baby, baby, I am yours and you are mine. Oh, yeah. We go like this, we go like this, we go, yeah, 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 yeah. Woo!
Woohoo! All goods. That's great. That was all good. Hey, it's really like we didn't plan when we set out to do these streams that it would evolve into like bringing people into the studio and having you guys along like this. It's really great. Are you feeling the vibe here locally too? Like, you know, that's pretty good, eh?
We've got our own entertainment over here, which we're so privileged to be able to watch this while we're here. And
That's what we thought. You know, we were like painting, art, music, politics, those sorts of things is what this is about. No, loving it. You guys sound great too. That's good. How long have you been doing this for, Vox?
Oh, well, actually, funny thing you say that. My first festival, so I've been singing for a long time, but my first ever festival was the Greyland Festival with your dad. I was 18.
What?
And we sang, what's your French mate's name? The French fella.
Your dad's French,
Yeah.
mate. Dad.
He was your Greyland whare. And we had a practice at his house.
Yeah.
And I turned up, it was with, who did I come with back then?
Dawn was just saying, Dad, that oh yeah, he can't hear you that well
Oh, yeah.
because he's got the headphones and he's got hearing aids underneath the headphones too. She was just saying that the first time she performed was at Grey Lynn when she was 18, and you were there,
And I had to
you
sing.
had you had a French flatmate or something like
There was
that.
a French fella. Do
Oh,
you remember him?
yeah.
And we had I was like on the day, I got called and I came to have a practice. We turned up to your whare at Grey Lynn, and then we went to the festival.
Oh, okay.
I did like the BVs, and I had to learn it.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was Tony.
Tony.
Was
What's
it
Oh, yeah,
Tony?
Mark.
Oh.
Way there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was, he's a punk rocker.
Yeah.
What's
Back
he
in the
singing?
60s.
It was one
He's
of his
Māori, but he
wives
speaks
today.
French.
Did he
Yeah, well, he was married. He had a child to a French woman.
Tell us about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Tell us all about that.
He was your flatmate when you lived in Sandringham, eh, Dad?
Yeah, no, we put some music together because he was techno music.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did a couple of singles.
Yeah, I remember because you played it and then you said to me, you learned this part. And then we're gonna go
Did I?
and that was my first festival at the Greyland. And that, I
Oh,
love
shit.
those festivals. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Well, the good old days, Greyland, man. Greyland. Good community, activities, events.
Yeah.
With all the musos, all the artists.
Yeah.
Totally. Because there's still a lot of people there, my generation,
Yeah.
it was involved,
Yeah.
Semi-hippies,
I
still
loved it.
activists.
Napoleon was French.
They stopped for a while. They haven't been going for ages, but that was cool days back then.
Yeah. Well, the interesting guy there, Tony White there. He used to play the guitar for Kiri Takanawa. He's played the guitar for Kiri Takanawa before she became famous opera singer.
Wow,
Yeah. And then he joined up a band in South America playing punk music.
Where's Tony now?
He's still around. He's still playing music in Auckland.
He's still
So Tony will be around in his late 70s. He'll be nearly 80.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if he was French, but yeah, I just remember he had a bit of accents.
So when would have this been, Vox? Back in the early 2000s? Those days, eh?
It was
Yeah.
around when I moved up there, yeah, so
Yeah.
I can't remember actually.
Yeah, time flies.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Want to hear the sex rate?
Okay, yeah.
I
That's
wanna
our
do
next,
that.
that will be our next waiata. That's the indication.
Yeah.
Well, this is another original, and I released this back in 2019. I'm part of my EP Sacred Spaces. This is an acknowledgement of our people who are just, I feel, the most resilient. And this was also gifted to the Toitu Te Whenua album that Macy Bossi put together for Ihumatao. So this is it as well.
time compressed with me, drawn out. Inside of me, over time compressed with me, drawn out, burnt out. Half the time I'm said to be properly duality, aching is not forsaken. Oh, oh, it is well with my soul. Probability, force for open fields. It's been grinded, yielded. Ooh, words of promises echo through my slur. What is life? What is life without you? Hear a whisper, ooh, like a thump engraved in me, calling out, stirring in, changing. I hear a whisper, ooh, like a thump engraved in me, calling out, stirring in, changing.
Oh,
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. There's a lot of love coming out of the comments. The love and,
love out there.
loving the vibe.
A lot of love out there for you fellas. People chilling on a Saturday afternoon listening to you guys.
Hey, let them know they can see the comments on the TV, on Dad's TV there.
Oh yeah, you can see the comments up there, so you can do some shout outs too.
Hey brother, honey.
yeah.
Yeah, Hani actually came on when he released his track Kokiri.
Kokiri.
Yeah, he came and had a
Yeah.
little jam.
Hey, cover it. There you go. That's
I think we were in level 3 lockdown when we did that. Not sure if that was a breach or not. We'd only just started doing this, and so it was like, just come on in and have a jam, my bro. So he's a local here in Whakatane too, old Hani.
Oh, that's right. He went to your house first. He went to Dad's house before he came.
Oh yeah, that's right. He went to Dad's house because he just finished work and ended up at Dad's house instead of here.
No.
And he couldn't get a hold of us, so we were just chatting through here. Like, no, you're at the wrong place, my bro.
There we go. Where is he?
Driving here from Otaki today.
Sweetest thing I've ever known was like a kiss on a collarbone. Soft caress of happily. The way you walk, your style of dress. I wish I didn't get so weak. Ooh, baby, just to hear you speak makes me argue just to see how much you're in love with me. It's like a sweet queen on her throne. It's like a sweetest thing I know. It's like a sweet, hey. It's like a sweetest thing I know. It's like a sweetest thing I know. Hey, hey. I get mad when you walk away, so I tell you leave when I mean stay. Warm as the sun, dipped in black. Fingertips all small on my back. More valuable than all I own. Like a precious ain't talking down. It was a sweetest thing I know. 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 Hey.
That's me. What do you reckon, Dad?
Ka pai. Yeah, beautiful.
Nice to have it just chilling in there.
Yeah. No, it's really great.
Do you find it inspirational for your artwork? You know, just listening to sounds. Music's quite a bit of a thing.
Yeah.
Eh?
You can see my picture starting changing. Coming to something, I shifted. And So sometimes music is really great, you know, and music really great when you're in your state of become co-creator. And music, if those little touch movements allow me just, you know, to get into the rhythm of things. Yeah. And because in my early days, I used to play a lot of classical music. It's very loud, and you go boom, 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 boom. If I listen to Beethoven, you know, in the early days, but now I'm more kind of open about music, and and then I think you know it's really great too to see our musicians coming up with their their style, you know, the rhythm, you know, and it's Polynesia, Aotearoa music, you know, and I think that's really great. And because it's a good mix of them, you know, music and art is an intricate part of it, in the way that we express ourselves, and I think that you know your music suit my artwork, yeah. So I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, I saw you make a shift in your picture.
Yeah. Yeah. No, great. And so were you raised here from there? So you come from the islands. So were you raised, your partner been brought up around?
Ka tupua ke au o Waikato.
Yeah.
Engari, ai te taha tōku mama he manihiki ia from the Cook Islands, Cookie Airani. Yeah, so she came from the generation where I guess she was, as some would say, she's fresh off the boat.
Yeah.
So English is not her first language, but I guess her purpose in coming here was to teach us English, you know, the Pākehā world, and that was her space, and she wasn't allowed to. I guess this relates to her, because she actually got the rod. She wasn't allowed to speak her own language, and that was her story. But now in my generation, I'm reclaiming my language back. So. But I grew up in regards to the culture. I used to perform and dance the hula when I was about 4 years old. I used to we had to. That was what we had to do. We had to dance. My nana, I grew up close to my nana, Mama Kapu, and she's passed on now. But I've been back to the islands, to Rarotonga many times, to Manihiki, because that's like the northern part of the Cook Islands, once. And I've also been to Niue, so I'm also from Niue as well.
Yeah.
But only to visit, because most of my family, my dad's Ngāti Wai, Ngāpuhi and Maniapoto.
So how was it for you, you know, for your partner coming from the islands, coming to Aotearoa? Well, how?
I think they had it hard. So there was a large part of my mother's story where, you know, because they couldn't fly often, so they had to wait for the boats. And so there was a large part of my mother's life where she didn't actually have my granddad around because he was still in the islands.
Yes.
And then, but she came over here. She was the first one out of her family to come, and she had to work and then save up and then to bring the rest of the family. So I think they had it hard. Then, you know, and so I've got nothing to complain about. But their lives here. We're very, as my dad would call us, mongrels. We're mixed breed.
Yeah. Cool.
So we're mixed breed tamariki, but very proud of our heritage. And I know that there's only a few people that can say that they've been able to touch the whenua of every part of where they're from. So I have been able to do that, and I'm really grateful for that, the opportunity to have that. So.
Yeah, hybrids.
Yeah.
Call ourselves hybrids, not mongrels.
There was my dad, eh? Actually, shout out to my dad, Toe Waitford. It's his birthday today.
What?
Yep. Shout out to Koko.
Oh.
Me.
Yeah.
Hip hip, hooray! Hooray! Oh, that's cute. How old is he today?
He will be 72. Yeah, 72.
Your koro.
No, my dad.
Oh, your dad.
Yeah, but do you like, maybe? Look.
Yeah, I thought you were still in your 20, teens. Oh no, that's great. And where's your and your dad is from where? Sorry.
He's Ngāti Wai Napui.
Oh yeah, it's your mum from yeah.
Yeah, my mum's from Kuki Airani, Manihiki Te Motu. They're quite here we say Pukere, she's very proud manihiki, so they often don't acknowledge the Cook Islands, but over here we acknowledge our iwi, specifically where we're from. The same, she acknowledges she's manihiki, Pukere manihiki.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool.
And but they're in the Waikato, and that's where I've grown up in the Waikato with them. So yeah.
Actually, bro, can you pass on a question? Was there a dominant culture, with being from both of them, Māori and
in the household?
Yeah.
So my bro's just asking, was there a dominant culture in your household? Between with your mum and your dad there, but you're here in Aotearoa. But quite often the mums can wear the pants in the house as well.
Yeah.
So what was the culture mix in your whānau?
Yeah, interesting. We've actually had this conversation with Milani, because I know most people would have a dominant side, right? Interesting enough, and I think it's because of my mum's extreme passion for her whānau, her people, and being able to be strong, and that actually allowed me to be strong in my Māori, taha Māori, it actually supported each other, because I think too, we was both, I guess the language for one is quite similar, but the worldviews are very similar, maybe not all fully similar, but overall it helped in regards to whānau. I can't say I had one that was dominant, honestly. I think because the fact that we were brought up here in our own whenua here as Māori, and I also along there I grew up with kapaka, and even when I went to Tamaki and I studied, I was there under Papa Peter Sharples and went to Te Ropu Manitaki. So being able to be exposed to that all my life alongside my taha manihiki side was actually equal for me. So yeah, and that I know that could be a rare case for many. So.
You people hitting the comments there? Kia ora Too Slick out on Twitch. Where are you at? On the stream?
Too Slick. Oh yeah, see, you got that one. I wouldn't have caught that one. Yeah, good to have you on, Too Slick. Finally catch a stream.
So how was it for you as a Pākehā, living in where you exposed? Did you have some Māori mates in your young days?
Yeah, good idea.
When now or before?
Back in the as a young person.
When I grew up, I didn't have too many Māori mates, just because.
Yeah.
I can remember one. I mean, the strongest friend I had was a guy I went away to a camp, and just became friends. But then after the camp, and sort of, he was a great guitar player as well, so we had that sort of musical connection. And it's. I can remember giving him a call to see if he wanted to do something, and it just seemed like too. I don't know. It didn't happen. It was a trip where there was a group of friends who were going somewhere, and he didn't join, and I can't remember if I gave him a call after that, but that was.
Just see if that mic's on. I'll just put it up a little bit more to you.
Is that?
Yeah, that's better,
Is
bro.
that coming through now?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. So not so much. I mean, at school, of course, but exposure to the culture.
Yeah.
But for sure.
Whereabouts?
In Wellington.
Oh, yeah.
Whanganui Tara. Yeah. So for sure, for me, now is a time of learning so much more.
Yeah.
Than what was just.
And your music and your music, you've always been doing music as a young person.
Yeah. I lived in China for sort of 17 years.
Oh, wow.
And I just came back sort of 3 years ago.
Oh.
So came back and moved to Otaki. And
17 years, bro.
Yeah.
What day?
How's your Mandarin?
I can speak Mandarin. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? What's your take on the geopolitical situation with China now? Because that is ramping up, my bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, these sort of things, they're on such, when it gets into a certain cycle and everybody just, retreats into their trenches and things. When you're over there, you get quite an interesting perspective on the world.
Yes.
Because their perspective is, the considerations there, it's just a whole lot of people on one sort of unified geopolitical sort of piece of land.
Yeah.
And their primary concern is really keeping that under control. And so antagonism towards the outside, it's always like the sort of, that can unify people always, if you have some sort of outside enemy. So there's that, but in terms of, what's the party over there, sort of, their primary concern is just keeping things from exploding into chaos, I think.
Sure.
1 billion people.
Yeah. It's just on a different scale to so many things, and if in some ways you'd want just to not let freedoms be and let it all play out.
It's going to play out.
Everything plays out, and so there is that underneath it. There's that that authority behind things. That if you step too far out of line and you start rallying people, it's probably not going to be good for you. No.
That must be fascinating for you being there for 17 years and then coming back out into the West and seeing what's going on. That must be a bit of a trip.
Well, I really appreciate how much of a voice you can sort of contribute to the whole. I was a foreigner there.
Yeah.
And there's just so many Chinese people that no matter how long I lived there, I was always going to be a foreigner. It's a bit different in the big cities and things, but and it's from person to person as well. You meet some people and I'd speak to them in Chinese, and it would just like, I can't understand you at all. And other people, it's just like the color of your skin doesn't matter at all, and you just can communicate just like a friend or just like just person to person. So it's really personal in terms of how your relationships. Some people it's not a big thing. Other people it's just like it's too strange.
Yeah, sure.
And did it give you a different appreciation for Aotearoa when you came back after such an excursion away?
Oh, definitely. I mean, but I never know whether it's that or if it's a different time of life, you know. It's just, you can never,
Sure.
you know, you can never separate all this stuff. But definitely you know, like over there's thousands of years of people being there. And in New Zealand, it's a younger country.
Hundreds, yeah.
And you can I mean, over there's that was another thing being over there. The amount of change that you saw in a short amount of time. It's like some sort of amnesia. You know, this is where I went to this restaurant, and then next time you go, there's a road there or something. It's like it only exists. That restaurant only exists. That food only exists in my memory now. It's like the place isn't even there anymore. And it was like that sort of all the time. But yeah, coming back here, I mean. Just it's beautiful just to, you know, just to be here. It's just such a
Anyway, did you learn the easiest read in Chinese? Their national anthem.
Oh no. I didn't in the national anthem. No.
So that was the first thing I learned when I was in China back in the 70s.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
中华恒太呀些，中华国里哈马赛通，大连美尼西部啊嘿呀。You know, we used to sing that back in the early days.
Right.
I don't know whether they still sing this.
Oh, that's my strongest memory is in school when they raised the flag in the morning.
Yeah,
and they blast
the
that
flag.
thing out of the speakers, and the kids are outside doing, you know, that's quite martial in some ways.
Yes.
Even in some restaurants, you see them before they go to work. All the waiters, wait staff, and the cooks and everything, they'll line out on the street, and they'll give them sort of, it's like a military drill. Just get everybody together on the page. Okay, let's go and then do it.
Yes.
So
You were there with Auntie Amma. Was that when you were there with Auntie Amma?
Oh, sorry, I can't hear.
Oh, you were there with Auntie Amma? Was that when you went with Auntie Amma?
Yes.
Yeah. Back in, was it 1970? Back in the 70s.
Yes.
wow, that must have been fascinating.
Yeah,
Must have been
totally
fascinating.
different. I mean, in China, then back in the days in the Mao Zedong era, totally different what it is today.
Yeah.
And things changed when Deng Xiaoping sort of kind of put this whole total capitalism and introduced in China.
Yeah.
Back in the days. Yeah. But interesting period of time.
Oh, totally.
And I think it's one of the things we need to gauge as to who we support or who's our allies out there, I guess.
Yeah, everyone wants you to pick a side.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Hey, so?
you know, there's the pressure to pick a side, have an opinion.
Yes.
You know, just where do you stand on this or that?
Yes.
Because New Zealand at the moment, we're sort of, because our trade is so good, and we're sort of, you know, we've kind of been the good boys. The Aussies have been they've been the bad ones. They're currently being punished economically for speaking out against certain foreign policy, I guess. But it is definitely that pick a side sort of situation.
Yeah, and it's interesting. You can see the sort of there's pressures behind, you know, you see the change in messaging over the years. It's like, you know, telling people that you better look for maybe somewhere else in the future, you know, get some options up your sleeve and things like that. But
because the situation in Taiwan is fascinating.
Right.
With, you know, like America has been backing them for so long, but like what's America doing on that side of the Pacific?
Right.
You know, China's certainly ramping up the rhetoric about one China policy. And even those videos they're producing of invading, it's kind of like Normandy, of the Chinese rolling up on the Taiwanese coastline on the beaches and releasing that sort of
I
propaganda.
haven't seen that stuff. It doesn't surprise me though. But I mean, I guess the whole thing with all of this is that when you're there, you're just meeting people. And in China, most people they know they don't have a say in these things. You know, they may have an opinion, but a lot of people, they're just focused on what their life is. And you know, it takes definitely there's people with strong opinions and they're fighting the fight. And that's, you know, I really respect that. But beyond all of this stuff, it's just You know, beyond all our intellectual thoughts about things, there's just the emotional beings that we are and all the other considerations. And beyond that, people are so similar, you know, in a different place, but generally. And so all of this stuff, when we start looking at countries, we kind of forget about that there's people. And you meet all sorts of people. And by and large, the people over there, for me, were awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kia ora, bro.
Kia ora.
That's great. The whakaaro pai tērā. Because you got a lot of Chinese mates, eh, Dad?
Yes, I actually, I got another business, it's bees, and with another Malay mate of mine, and yeah, I find them really interesting people because they do business quite totally different in dealing with Western ideology, and I find that that I can relate to we can have these types of relationship. Really important. I mean, I've been hanging out with them for the last 50 years. Right. And I kind of support that. I mean, you're dealing with 1 billion people. I mean, all you require is a snapshot of tension that will create chaos. So that you need to find a way that you don't end up in that kind of situation. So it's I mean, China come a long way, because they've been dominated by everybody else, and they only had Mana Motuhake Tinoranga Siratani in 1949. Prior to that, under the Palm, Portugal, everybody was in
US,
Japanese.
France,
Japanese went in there and annihilate those areas. And the way a lot of Chinese came over here in the gold mines and Otago, and they didn't treat them well at all.
Not at all.
So Chinese didn't confiscate Tuoi land.
Right.
There's a few comments in the comments right now that a bit of a crack up seeing a Māori fella in a Napoleonic hat singing the Chinese national anthem.
Yeah, you don't see that every day. A Māori fellow in a Napoleonic hat singing the Chinese national anthem. I got the laugh here for that joke, my bro.
Yeah, I know. It's fine.
And it was neither of our jokes. It was Di Bundy. That was Kia ora, Di. That's very true.
I do like that. Actually, we're going cross-platform at the moment. So that was Di and Facebook, and then Kaitiaki Online is over in Twitch giving Di the shout out. So
that's our cousin too. Kia ora Kellyanne over in Texas.
Yeah.
Up late again. I see.
She was just saying there was actually a lunar eclipse where she was last night.
Yeah.
It was here too, my bro.
It was here too.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were watching it.
It was a 1 in 800 year event. You know, it was a global event. The red moon last night, partial eclipse. Where were you, my bro? Where were you?
Yeah.
we went out. We went and lit a bonfire and went and actually got a gun scope and put it up on the moon. It was stunning.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know.
Yeah, same Earth. Adele said.
Okay, we'll come back over here, boys.
Oh, yeah?
Over here. Well, tell us a little bit of yourself there, my boy.
Oh, well, just a hoi from Hamilton, bro.
Hey?
Hoi from Hamilton, or H-Town. Growing up, I was growing up and going to high school at the end of the corporate punishment in schools, towards the end of it.
Yeah.
And discrimination was strong.
Yeah.
Was strong and then towards Māori people, especially in mainstream, mate, because I'd had to go mainstream schools. We didn't have a kura kaupapa, which I wish they did. Yeah, pretty much just brought up concrete jungle. Didn't know who I am, who I was. I only knew I was a Smith. My last name was Smith.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, so I had no real identity. Growing up in the hood in Hamilton was life. It was a life-changing thing because, you know, we had everything, the drugs, The gangs, it was all there. And growing up in it, back then, as a young fella in the 80s, you was pretty hearty, you know? Pretty hearty. All Jake the Muss parties everywhere. And unfortunately for my mum, she had one of those Jake the Muss kind of fellas. And pretty much just grew up and almost went sideways for me until I just decided to change everything, and I took off down south and lived with an uncle who helped me through everything, and he showed me music, and that was it for me. Music saved me pretty much. Saved me. And he's Billy T. James's brother. My uncle is. I also have an uncle called Dan Mihaka.
Okay.
Yeah, Dan Mihaka. My mate back in Otaki calls me the funny radical. I've got a Dan Mihaka one side and Billy T. James on the other side. It's quite funny. And that's pretty much me. Just the hoi from Tainui.
They're asking you what hood.
That's our cousin over in who lives over in Texas in the US.
Oh, kia ora, yeah, I'm from the Hamilton East side. East side. Yeah.
Fairfield.
Grew up on the east side. So not really much to me, really.
He's actually, amazing muso. He's done
I've played with a lot of, as a session musician with everybody. I learnt grade 1 and I've been learning grade 1 ever since. That kind of stuff. And just learning of other musicians, other people. It's I've had a good life as a, not rich, just rich in takinga, kiroku, takingako. And now that myself and Vox, we study together at Raukawa and learning tikanga and everything about the reo, because it's even made me even better. It's like I feel like I belong somewhere now, because now I have a language I'm learning that belongs to me anyway. And I found out at Raukawa where I was from, like Raukawa Kihuta, maunga tautari te maunga te taina waikato te awa, and that was only one half, the other half's in Tauranga Moana, So it's
cool.
It's an amazing journey, lifetime journey. And
Kia ora, bro.
Kia ora. Ngā mihi.
Kia ora.
Ngā mihi koutou.
Ai, te wano o Raukawa
Ngā mihi.
is asking on me. Do you know Peter Allen?
Kao, aroha mai.
And at Te Wano o Raukawa. Someone asked which iwi I'm from at Ngāpui, or Hapu, Ngāti Korokoro, Te Wai Whatawhata Te Marae, so Hokianga. It's Te Tao Tōku Tupuna Mama, but Te Tao Tōku Tupuna Papa, no Ngāti Wai.
Oh, we'll play some more music.
Aye.
Yeah.
Sunshine has gone, and no more crying out. There's no more rain in this cloud. The sunshine has gone. Oh, and no more crying out. There's no more rain in this cloud. There's no hiding place when someone has hurt you. It's written on your face. Yes, it is. Broken spirit, used and confused, used and lose, used and abused. A fool. Oh, want to live, and to you I shall give the space you requested. Hope you don't live to regret it. So you want to live your prime, baby, don't waste your time. Remember my love is only a thin line.
really, really cool. What a privilege. I'm really enjoying this, bro. I'm enjoying being able to have great musicians come in and jam. We had Don McLaughlin on last week. Yeah. Did you see that? That was cool, eh? He was great. McLaughlin.
Yeah.
Don McLaughlin. And then Lawton was in here a couple of weeks ago, and he was great. Hey, he's always great, just having a jam. And it's funny, he does always he does covers in a way, in his own way. He always does his own way of covers, but he never plays any of the songs he's actually famous for, like those quarter songs, which are actually anthems in their own right as well. I forgot to ask him that question. I was like, why don't you kind of remix some of your fellas, big hits?
Bring her on mic, bro.
Just the mic. Oh, just the mic.
I was just saying maybe it's an opportunity for artists like him to share other waiata.
Yeah. No, sure. Because next year we're wanting to do an event down in Wellington around the anniversary of the petition of Te Reo Ngā Tamatoa, when they set the tent embassies up there. And part of that is one of our whanaunga the Kazis, Te Whenua Harawira, is also organising Songs of Protest, an album.
Yes.
And we're wanting to be a part of that. We don't know what it's going to look like yet. Hopefully you fellows will be involved as well, because those coming from the Polynesian Panthers background as well. Those songs of protest, those waiata that bring people together and become those sorts of anthems.
Shout out to Te Whenua, actually, amazing sister. And she's helped me heaps in a lot of my own projects. So yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, she's a machine, that one, eh? Yeah. She just like...
If you're listening, sis.
Yeah, she's always listening. She just texted me before, was like, I can't hear them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's been texting me as well. I think
I saw Nina Kay message too, saying, "Tame, you're the man."
Yeah, and you'll be amazed. 2 hours flies by, so we're nearly up at our 2 hour mark. Yeah.
We're
not far away.
Oh, yeah, there she is. Well, we just want to thank you guys first and foremost for ngā mihi koroa, koutou, whānau out there, and Wairere who's on the other side. Just thank you so much, Mato, for having us here. And can you hear me?
Yeah, no, we can hear her. She can just talk into the main mic.
Yeah, he can hear her if she speaks into that mic. Dad can hear her better, I think.
Oh, right.
Thank you, ngā mihi e te rangatira mātua tame. Nā tamariki, tō tamariki. Yeah, mihi to you and for having us here, my bros. It was a special trip for us to escape from Otaki and Papaioia. So to take that opportunity and drive together, we were just saying in the waka on the way here, just tino hari koa, in our wairoa, just to come and just to, the bigger picture, so it wasn't just to be here just for mahi and to promo the album, which is also a bonus, just letting you all know. Go stream the album.
Stream the album.
Yeah, go still, stream the album.
Plug it.
But it's the bigger picture, the kaupapa being here, us being able to just jam. The whole way we jammed, was it 5 hour drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did one stop for Wharepaku. Oh no, 2. So that was cool, and just to come here. Also my tāne, my tamariki are here, they're in the pools. So we dropped them off, come here to see you. So just letting you know, we just...
Cool.
Just so full in our wairoa to see you and to see you do your amazing, man. Sorry, I can't put an offer. Maybe later, maybe my tāne might put an offer on the total, but I saw those prices getting up there. I was like, ooh. But that's really good. So and my brother's here. Do you want to have anything?
Yeah, it was amazing, not just because of the musician, it was just amazing being here. It's like, I've never done this before, and it was tūmeke, mi haro ngā poro. Thinking, nā mihi kora, nā mihi for mō tō awhi ki mātai.
Yeah, absolute privilege to come to your space and watch, you at work and what you've created here and what you sort of bringing to life. So, kia kaha, yeah, and thanks a lot.
Thank you.
No, it's been great having you guys here. It's always a pleasure to, te tūtaki, get the tūtaki koutou, and to meet new people and make new connections. It's through these kinds of experiences that we, can come together and, network. Would have been cool. We got to sort out. So I'm just looking at the setup, bro, and I'm going, are we going to end up doing this more? Do we need to get a couple of monitors and a mixer so that
Yeah. I'll have a look at the setup, and then we can, it'd be quite good. It's always that tricky balance between the live, having people making a lot of noise in the studio and trying to get it all balanced out. Which we did all right tonight. It's a shame they can't hear me.
We did good. Yeah, it's a shame they can't hear you. So they think we're dead air. They kind of, start trying to fill the gaps.
Nah, but no, good. No, it's mean having them there. I'm glad that it's all worked out. And hey, it's we've seen there's been a big response to the guests and having them in, and like you say, having the music. I just want to quickly just do some catching up on the comments here. Kia ora, too slick for the sub on Twitch, tier 1 sub there.
Yeah.
We've got Wayne had dropped on some stars early on in the Facebook stream as well.
Got a Wayne.
So that. And I see Pip's here as well. Kia ora, Pip, down in Utaputi.
Oh yeah,
So,
and the bro Asher has always been dropping into Asher Newbury, the bro down in Littleton. He's always joining us. He's a hard crowd to please too, old Ash. So we must be doing okay if he thinks we're doing okay.
I don't know, bro. Yeah, so as you say, we've done an hour and a half. We're running a bit late, but I'm all good if we're gonna call it for the night.
Yeah. Well, I'll pass it over to Dad. He can do our mihi out, and then we can go out with a waita from you fellas, eh? You got a waita to play us out? I'll just throw it over to you, Dad, to
Play safe, everybody, and take care of yourselves. And it's a Saturday, and don't do crazy things that I do. And
what do you got planned for tonight?
Take care. We're moving in. There's a big shift, and piki whara mihi to our manuhiri here today, and come all the way from Manawatu. And here we are there, so thanks to them and to the whānau. And we'll see you back again next week and on the Wednesday.
On the Wednesday. Yeah. We'll do a post on who we might have coming in to hang out with you on the Wednesday. Maybe an artist, I'm not sure.
Yep.
See if we get one of your Canadian mates.
Yep. Oh yeah, sorry. I'll send through some of the infos.
Yeah. And then, and just don't forget the auction on the website, whānau. This is the last auction of the series, I think. I don't think we're going to do a fourth one this side of the new year. So there was a fourth one there, TBC. Well, it's now been confirmed that we won't be doing the fourth one. This is the last one for the year. So, all right, choice. We'll throw it over to Vox and the crew.
Yep.
Give them a big hug from me. Tell them.
I will. Yep. I will pass on the love from you, my bro. And there they are waving out to you. They're waving out the love. Ngā mihi. Ka whai koutou. Kia koutou. Kia ora.
This is the waita, Tito Waita, and Sean Ogden, me anti-stretch. They've written it to the tangi of Tingala's waita. Though we are. We're still learning it. Whakamau kia o tīna.
Tina.
Hunie huie.